Begin. Assemble the M249 by replacing the bipod and gas cylinder. Place the bipod on the receiver with the bipod legs open and pointed down. Push the gas cylinder through the bipod yoke and into the receiver. Push the cylinder to the rear while countering the pressure of the locking spring, and guide the end of the cylinder into the receiver with the other hand applying downward pressure. Insert the gas cylinder fully into place, and rotate the gas cylinder until the spring clicks into place in the recess at the rear of the cylinder. Replace the barrel by depressing the barrel locking lever with your left hand. Holding the carrying handle with your right hand, pull the barrel rearward and into the receiver. Push the carrying handle downward, thereby releasing the barrel locking lever. Check to ensure the barrel locks into position. Next, you want to replace the trigger mechanism by pulling the retaining pin to the left side of the receiver. Align the trigger mechanism with the slot on the bottom of the receiver. Push the lower retaining pin into the left side of the hole on the rear of the trigger mechanism assembly to hold it in place. Replace the buttstock and shoulder assembly. Support the trigger mechanism with your left hand. Align the lower hole in the buttstock and buffer assembly with the rear hole in the trigger mechanism. Push the lower retaining pin to the right. Replace the operating rod, slide assembly, and bolt assembly by securing the slide assembly to the piston by pushing the retaining pin from the left to the right. Put the bolt assembly into the slide assembly. Press in to compress the firing pin spring, and rotate the bolt and hook its driving lug into the slide assembly. Put the assembled parts into the receiver with the feed cover up. Align and place the bolt lugs, ensuring you slide the cutouts carefully onto the receiver rails. Press the trigger while simultaneously pushing the parts all the way forward. Replace the spring, return rod, and transfer mechanism assembly by putting the slide spring on the return rod and transfer mechanism assembly. Ensure that the headed end of the vertical pin in the transfer mechanism assembly on top of the transfer mechanism assembly points upward. Hold the pistol grip or buttstock with one hand and push the return rod and transfer mechanism assembly into its housing in the piston with the other hand. Press inward and downward on the rear of the assembly until its two lugs move into the receiver groove. Replace the buttstock and buffer assembly. Pivot the buttstock and buffer assembly upward and into position. Push from left to right on the retaining pin and close the cover assembly. Replace the heat shield assembly. Hook the metal extensions of the heat shield assembly under the front sight pins with the spring clips down the top of the barrel. Apply downward pressure and snap the heat shield onto the barrel. Next, you'll perform a functions check to ensure you have assembled the weapon correctly. Verify the M249 is clear. If you have not recently cleared the M249, such as during disassembly, then clear the M249 before conducting a functions check. You will charge the weapon. Grasp the cocking handle with the right hand with the palm up. Pull the bolt to the rear. Lock the bolt to the rear. Continue to hold the cocking handle to the rear and use your left hand and move the safety to the safe position. Push the cocking handle forward and into the forward locking position. Pull the trigger. Note, the weapon should not fire. Grasp the cocking handle with the right hand with the palm up and pull and hold it to the rear. Move the safety to the fire position and continue to hold the cocking handle to the rear, using your left hand to pull the trigger and ease the bolt forward to prevent it from slamming into the chambered area and damaging the face of the bolt.